For those of you that are interested, I want to apologize in advance for any technical difficulties we might have because we got a $500 microphone supported by a $300 boom and stand, and it's held together with rubber bands. All right,
From Home Depot.
just for the
Office
hell of
Depot,
it,
not Home Depot, Office Depot.
just to let you know in case something happens.
Hey, we're in a top deck group over here. So, hey, welcome to the September series. Now, we have a problem because I think we lost the August taping. Because we
We lost the August taping. I know we made it. I know we made it.
I know, and we don't know where it is. So, welcome to September.
Yeah, well, we'll do August next
So
year.
tell us, I've been doing a lot of research, Ed, on the club and my dad and the business and all that stuff. And then you, of course, have looked up 40 years ago, which would be September 1978.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous, Paul. Every time I do this, I'm going, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. Okay, the white was Stone Creek Gray Riesling for $2.25. The red was Renato Rotti Barolo.
No way.
Renato Rotti Barolo, right
Wow.
there, $5.79.
A fifth.
A fifth. Okay, and I'm sitting there going,
Try and touch that today.
well, actually, to be quite honest with you, they're not that expensive. You'd spend 60 to 70 bucks for it, but still, I mean, first of all, how many people drank Barolo in 1978? Probably the same people that drank Rioja, Marcator Riscal Reserva that he featured in '72.
So you're talking about the rarity and the idea that these wines have progressed, right? So I had Michael Broadbent's son in here.
Yeah,
Bartholomew,
Bart.
you know him.
Yeah, I know.
And he was looking at this rack of old selections going back to my father's.
Oh, and this is the wine.
And he
picked
found
up.
this Codescal 77. He goes, "Do you have any idea what this is?" I go, "It's a wine my dad featured. There's our sticker."
Yeah.
He says, was touted as the best wine ever to leave Argentina ever. And this bottle right here is a $2,000 bottle of wine. Can you imagine that? And
Don't you have to go to the bathroom?
So he asked me to. So he took a picture with me holding it. Then he wanted me to take a picture of the back label, who brought it in here. He sent all this to the winery in Argentina because he was so fascinated with the idea that this bottle was sitting.
And they are now flying him out to Argentina with that bottle to enjoy it with the winemaker's son, since the winemaker passed away 10 years ago.
Well, we were. My mom sent me an article in the New York Times about a tasting at Lafite recently, where they tasted like these groups of wines. So the 20th century, all the way back to the 19th century, they tasted some wines from 1800s, as well as the 62, as well as the 45, the 88, all those wines. And they tasted them in the very room that I tasted at Lafite.
Oh, wow.
Things, yeah.
Well, concurrent to that, while I was looking up the wines from
Concurrent
40
to
years
that.
ago.
That can't be right. Is it concurrent to that?
It is concurrent to that. But it's not concurrent to this.
Oh.
Your dad had a Lazenby Divan tasting plan. 1975 California Cabernet and 1975 Bordeaux. Now, what were the Bordeaux? Lafite,
Wow.
Mouton,
Really?
Haut-Brion. And there wasn't a price on it, but I'm sure they were all like $12.
Actually, I'm glad you said that because this Saturday's tasting at the Wine of the Month Club here at 12 to 5 here in Monrovia, California, we are, oh wait a minute, by the time you get this video, we won't even know. Well, we are tasting, we taste some of the wines in the selections, but then Oscar's specialty flight, which is an additional charge, are same vintage, same grape, Europe versus America.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that fun?
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, that's the preamble here to the things. Enjoy your next video. Well, I'll tell you what, Ed.
I give up.
Tell you what.
Tell me what.
Hey, we have, I don't understand, but for the first time, now listen to this very closely, folks. First time in 30 years that I've been doing this, that my competitors in the space have called and asked me to buy their overstock.
It took them that long?
30 years. And it's not only just the little guys, the mom and pop stores like we are, the privately owned stores. It's like some big players going, well, we got this inventory, we're going to consolidate, we need somebody, a place to move it. And guess what? It was all crap. I'm not kidding. Particularly the ones from Illinois. This was crap.
Well, yeah, but wait a second. Don't forget, you scored a bunch of stuff from a similar deal a few months ago, and those wines were out of this world. Those were
Well, that was the same guy.
No, one in Washington.
Oh, yeah, well, that was...
Come on, those wines were phenomenal.
That was dumb.
But, but Paul, you know this. It's the people in the wine business. They get whatever acumen they had to get them the money to get into the wine business goes out the door when they get in the wine business. I mean, all of a sudden, it's just all this fun, and you taste all these wines, and all these cool people, and they're going to beat a chair to my door, I mean, come on, it's ridiculous.
This is really fun. Look at this label, sample only. Now, when I get wines, I get samples from all over the world. I get them in all different shapes and sizes. I get small bottles, big bottles, and I get labels that are handwritten. I get labeled. It has to have a label of some sort to be a sample. Typically, they say for analysis only, whatever, do not sell. You're not allowed to sell the samples people give you, which I have tons to possibly. So somebody sent this. Well, not somebody sent. The wine was sent to me without a label. And I said, that's fun. Why don't we create this idea of the sample-only label? So that's what this is.
Well,
it's a Merlot. It's actually from Paso Robles, I believe.
Yeah.
Most of the juice. And it's a 2013. I think it's extraordinary.
Well, it's probably the craziest label I've ever seen, without question. It's even got a phone number on there, which I'm guessing is the Wine of the Month Club. So it'll be easier to order it if you wanted it.
It says... give to Jim. Call Beverly when arrives. Who came up with Beverly?
I give up. I don't know. All I know is that the vineyard that this wine came from, and several other wines that we're featuring later on, is a vineyard that I know very, very well and very personally connected with, and because I bought grapes from this guy 35 years ago for HMR in Paso Robles.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this was the best vineyard in Paso Robles. It's a big vineyard. Owned by a guy named Herman Schwartz, who unfortunately just passed away about a year or so ago. Grapes were phenomenal. I mean, he was selling grapes to Napa and Sonoma. Of course, nobody in Napa or Sonoma ever said that they bought grapes from Paso Robles, but he was selling them grapes. He had a big, big operation there, 500 acres of grapes. And when Paul came to me and said, this is what we're doing, I said, my God, I know that vineyard. The grapes are phenomenal.
So good.
And they still are. Here's a wine that's got
it's
5
a
years of age.
13 Merlot. Any other 13 Merlot I get in this place would be tired, dried up, and
possibly, but
orange. Not this one.
This is a fabulous vineyard. And if you look, what's really interesting, I mean, I'm sure it's not interesting to most people, but if you look at the vineyard itself, it's all these little blocks all over the place. Some of them are contiguous, some of them are outside of anything else, because they just picked the best places to grow these grapes and decide what was going to do best there. And that's the way you plant vineyards. Not, I've got a plot out here, I'm going to plant Chardonnay. Anyway, this is
sample
great
only
wine.
2013. By comparison, I've seen it out on the shelf at a website at $18.99, $7.99 on the reorder.
$7.99 reorder price. Considering,
it's complex.
The color,
look at the
is
legs.
dark. Legs. I mean, it's got typical Merlot softness, but then it's got some nice soft tannins that come back at you and say, hey, this ain't no sissy wine. I'm doing a 98 on this. This is really delicious.
I'll go with 98. Now, since we have a new person doing the list here, do you want to do the Zin next, or do you want to do the white?
I don't care. Since they're all separate, it doesn't make any difference.
Let's not break tradition.
Okay, fine.
Now, we ran a contest in the office about 10 years ago, and the young lady that designed this idea is no longer with us.
Oh, she was a sweetheart too.
Erica. This is Eden's Eve from Temptation Cellars. This is a Chardonnay, 2000.
14.
Yeah, you emailed me. Said, you really want a 14?
Yeah.
Now taste it now. Is this not Macon or some kind of French Burgundy that has just aged really gracefully? I mean, it's amazing.
Well, yeah, it is phenomenal. But what saved it is the lack of over oak, because the oak just gets stronger and stronger and stronger in the bottle, and this is allowing that those 4 years of age, well, probably 3 years of age, are allowing the flavors of the grape to come out.
That's right. You're right, because typically the over-oaked wines begin to separate, and the oak tastes like popsicle sticks, and you just get this two separate things.
Popsicle sticks. I like that better than toothpicks.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that, and I'm not giving you credit for it.
I was chewing on one the other day. So I tasted with the staff yesterday, and I'm like, this stuff is it's pretty elegant wine.
Yeah.
It's $7.99 from $17.95. It's very elegant. I would give this to any Chardonnay drinker.
It's actually $6.99.
Oh, $6.99. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, But if you guys want to pay $7.99, send him the $6.99. Send me the extra buck, okay? Just saying. Anyway, I'm at a 96 on this.
I like this.
It's really, really good. And that's Chardonnay, don't forget. Okay, it's Chardonnay. So
I'm a Chardonnay hater.
Oh, now Lapis Lunia.
I think they changed hands.
Something happened because this is a 2012. All right, so
We've always loved their Zins.
but they make such good wines. They
Some
really
Lodi.
do. And wow, this is really opening up.
Oh, there's a ton of berries in there already, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've always loved their wines. They've always been overpriced, and something happened. We're not sure what they did. They've changed hands, or there's a new marketing group or something.
There's a single vineyard. I think it's Paso, or it's not Lodi, but
It is Lodi
Oh, it is Lodi.
at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm looking for that. I thought it was Lodi, but
Spicy, complex, typical Lodi Zin, showing its age and the color a little bit, just starting to get brick edges. Not even really.
Not even. No. I mean, this looks like a young wine. But God, I love the nose. The nose is very complex. There's a lot of things going on here. When wines, well-made wines from decent vineyards, get a little time in the bottle and they're properly stored, you get all kinds of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a 98 for me. I think this wine's amazing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get some.
And the right food.
Mm-hmm. Even the wrong food. You can have it with the wrong food. It's still good.
I'm thinking some kind of.
Some leg of lamb, I think, would go really well.
Oh yeah,
with
that's
this.
it. Wow.
Or my
I
porchetta with the pork butt
That would be
stuffed with fennel, red pepper, and garlic.
Mm-hmm. I made puttanesca the other night
Oh, that's a good dish.
without the sardines.
Ah,
Yeah, this is our friend Sebastian B. Stu. He owns a importing company called Winebridge Imports.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'll never forget going to the 1993 Expo de Vin in Bordeaux and going to the Portugal booth and gagging on everything they had
really?
because they're just so indigenous. And now, particularly Vino Verde, and this is a vintage Vino Verde, which you don't see all the time,
Almost never.
is
man.
just really pleasant to drink and slightly effervescent, which is normal.
Absolutely. Well, I was just going to say, if you notice that little fizziness that came through, that's exactly what you want in a Vino Verde.
It's key
because
lime.
You want that little effervescence to show that it's fresh.
You know what it smells like? A limesicle.
Oh boy, a lot of lime in there.
A lime with the vanilla ice cream, center like the creamsicle, but lime.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. This is absolutely delicious. I mean, for
A slight chill, and this is like
for $6.99. I mean,
What's
that is a
and
killer
the alcohol's
bottle of wine.
11.5. It's not that low.
Oh, what? 11.5?
Yeah.
Well, it was
Especially-
picked a little riper then, and which is fine because it's got a lot more character, a little more weight and body. But this is a great bottle. I'm 99 on this.
Yeah,
I should
this
be
is really
100.
good.
I mean, because I'm not going to compare this to Grand Cru Burgundy, but I mean, but probably the best Vino Verde I've ever tasted.
I'm glad you said that before we close this. Folks, we rate the wines against each other, not against the spectators' ratings or the Robert Parker's ratings. We rate them for other Vino Verdes in the same price range. So when you're talking about Vino Verde, that's in this case $16.95 on the shelf. This is one of the best you're ever going to taste.
For me, it's the best. I've tasted a lot of Vino Verde because I love them. They're wonderful, refreshing wines. This is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal.
Cheers.